Hello everybody and welcome back to lesson 3 of unit pricing and currency exchange. Today we're going to be looking at setting a price. So the first thing that we are going to look at is percents and decimals. Now example 1 here has us converting 65% to a decimal. In order to do this, we have to think about 65% is out of 100. So we're going to set up our fraction 65 over 100. Now, 65 divided by 100 is going to give us a decimal of 0.65. So whenever we're taking a percentage and we want to turn it into a decimal, we have to divide it by 100. In example 2 here, we have 20% of 45. Now, 20% is going to be 20 over 100, and we're trying to figure out what amount is going to be 20% of 45. So this will set up our cross multiplication, and we're going to have 20 multiplied by 45, which will give you 900, equals 100 multiplied by x, which is 100x. Now we have to get x by itself, so we have to divide by 100, and you do it to both sides, divide by 100. That cancels your 100s there, and you're left with x equals 900 divided by 100, which is 9. In example 3, little arrow to bring it over here, we have 190% of 45. So 190 divided by 100, because when we're going from a percentage to a decimal, you always divide by 100. And now we want to find out what 190% of 45 is. So again, 45 goes on the bottom and x goes on the top. Your next thing is to cross multiply. So 100 multiplied by x makes 100x, equals 190 multiplied by 45 is 8,550. Notice I've put the x on the other side of the equation this time. This will work either way. You can have x on the left or on the right. Now we follow the same procedure here where we want to get x by itself. So we divide by a 100 and divide by 100. This cancels it off, and you have x equals 8,550 divided by 100 is 85.5. In example 4 here, it says what percent is 5 of 20? So we have x over 100 because we want to figure out what our percentage is. And your percentage is always out of 100. And then we have 5 over 20. So this would be similar to if you got a test mark back, and hopefully you're not getting 5 out of 20, but if you got a test mark back and you wanted to figure out what percentage you were getting. So your first thing that you need to do is cross multiply. So x multiplied by 20 makes 20x, equals 5 multiplied by 100 is 500. Your next step is to divide by 20 and divide by 20. That is canceling out your 20 on that side. And you have x equals 500 divided by 20, which is 25%. Now hopefully you're scoring a lot higher than 25% on the test. For taxes, in many cases, taxes are added to arrive to a total price. Taxes are calculated as a percentage of the price paid. all Canadians pay the federal goods and service tax, so your GST, which is 5%. PST, most provinces also charge provincial sales tax, so your PST. This amount changes from province to province, and in Manitoba, it is 7% currently. So something to note, the Northern Territories do not charge a territorial sales tax. Now here would be a breakdown of what the sales taxes are in each province for you to reference if you need. In example 5, a furniture store in Saskatoon is selling a bedroom suite. The list price for the suite is $1,599. What will the total cost be, including GST and PST, be for the bedroom suite? Well, the first thing that we need to know is what is the percentage for GST and what is the percentage for PST. Currently in Saskatoon, GST is at 5% and PST is at 6%. Now, knowing that, we have to figure out what the GST is going to be for the bedroom suite, and then we'll figure out what the PST is for the bedroom suite. To start off, we'll go with GST first. So GST is going to be 5%, which is 5 over 100, equal to X over 1,599. So the X is on the top because this is the value that is unknown. We're trying to figure out what 5% of 1,599 is. Your first thing to do is cross multiply, which gets you 5 multiplied by 1,599, which is $7,995, equal to 100 multiplied by x, which is 100x. Your next thing is to get x by itself, dividing by 100, divide by 100. This cancels off your 100, and you have 7,995 divided by 100, which gets you x equaling to a dollar amount of $79.95. PST is next for us to solve, and it's going to be 6%, so 6 over 100 equal to, now we need to find out what the value is of the $1,599 bedroom suite. So we cross multiply, 6 multiplied by 1,599 gives us 9,594 equal to 100 multiplied by x, which is 100x. Then we have to get x by itself, dividing by 100, divide by 100, canceling that off, leaving x by itself. And you have 9,594 divided by 100, which gives you x equaling a dollar amount of $95.94. The last thing that we need to do here is we need to add these, so the GST and the PST, to the original price. So we have the price of the item plus the GST plus the PST will give us our total cost. So our item originally cost $1,599. Our GST was $79.95. Our PST was $95.94, giving us a total of $1,600. $774.89. Now, I will also show you an alternate way of calculating the GST and the PST. Instead of doing a cross multiplication, what you could also do is take your original price of $1,599 and multiply it by 0.05. Now that would be your fraction that you have here, but it is turned into your decimal already. That will still give you the same value of $79.95. Alternatively, you could also do it for the PST, where you take the original price of $1,599 multiplied by your 0.06, and it would give you the same value of $95.94. The price at which goods and services are sold has an impact on you whether you are a consumer or working in a business. Prices rise and fall due to consumer supply and demand. If demand rises, suppliers are able to charge more. If demand falls, or if there's a large supply of a product, prices may decrease. Prices also rise and fall according to the cost of the material and labor that go into the creation of the product or service. When a person owns a business, she usually buys merchandise at a wholesale. She then sells it at a higher price, called a retail price, in order to make a profit. Markup is the difference between the amount a dealer buys a product for and the amount he or she sells it for. So, for example, if you're buying something wholesale and you're paying $1 for it, you may sell it for $5. Now, this is so that you can mark it up and make a profit off of what you're buying so that you can create some income. If you sell it at the dollar that you paid for it, then you're not going to make any profit off of what you're selling. So this is where the markup comes into play. When setting the prices for goods and services, companies consider several factors that have an impact on buyers. So people are going to consider the quality of the item and also the quantity that you're getting with the item. So there's a difference between paying for something that is no name and something that has a name brand associated with it. Now, they may look and appear the exact same, and they may even be made the exact same, but people will pay more for a name brand because they associate quality with it. So this is where these several factors come into play when companies are coming up with a price for their goods and services. Example 6 here has Arlene purchases fabric at a wholesale price for a custom sewing business in Dawson City in the Yukon. She pays $46 a meter. She charges a markup of 20% on the fabric. What will Arlene charge her clients per meter? So the first thing that we need to think about is how much is she paying wholesale? Well, she's buying it for $46 a meter. And we want to figure out, with a markup of 20%, how much is she going to be charging her customers? So our 20% will be 20 over 100, because we're taking a percent and turning it into a decimal. And this means the $46 multiplied by your 20% will get you a markup of $9.20. So this is what her markup is. Now we have to figure out what the total cost for the customer will be. The original cost was $46 plus the $9.20 for the markup. So the end cost for the customer will be $55.20. Now that'll finish our lesson on markup and setting a price, and we'll be continuing on with sale prices next lesson. As always, if you have any questions, please ask me in class or send me a message through Teams. Have a good day.